Coming up is tier 1 of our 2-tier hype championship match here. This is going to be a 6-man tag team match. Triplelicious, Chris Cruz, and Santana team 1. Davey Cash, Amanda Fox, Frank the Crank team 2. Winning team goes on to a triple threat match for the vacated hype championship. Tommy Trainwreck and the RWA have gone their separate ways. We wish Tommy Trainwreck the best in his future endeavors. And this match to reclaim a hype championship is next.
I should have been in this match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 230 pounds, from the Secret City, the highlights, Davey Cash.
Oh, this is my dude, man.
Davey Cash, Amanda Fox, and Frank the Crank will team up. A 6-man tag team match. And then on team 2, Triplelicious, Chris Cruz, and Michael Santana.
Well, that team's pretty stacked, man. Davey Cash is going to have a tough go of it.
Winning team takes the triple threat match. Now, my question to you is again, for both of you, as both a manager and tag team wrestler, you want to win the match clearly, but is there maybe a strategy? Do you want to leave one of your members of your team in the match longer to wear them out for later in the night?
Let's face facts. I mean, Amanda Fox is the weak link in this entire thing. Women have no place in wrestling, as I've been saying this entire time. They have no place being in the ring with a bunch of men. She knows deep down inside that she can't compete with men.
I think, ladies and gentlemen, what Jimmy's trying to say is, at some point or another, the stamina of Amanda Fox is going to come into question. With larger individuals like Frank the Crank and Davey Cash, they are more likely to last a little bit longer throughout the night, involving themselves in 2 different matchups.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all, actually.
You were just flat out saying that women don't belong in wrestling.
Correct.
And this is why we have problems.
Why?
Just because you upset half of our audience.
Listen, my job is to not be, I'm not going to be like you and just be a cookie cutter guy. You know what I mean? You want to do your job properly, that's cool. I have an opinion. I'm not afraid to let my opinion be known. That's the difference between me and you. You want to be a good journalist. I don't care about that. You want to know why? Because I don't care about nothing. I ain't worried about nothing.
Triplelicious.
What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about nothing either.
My dude.
The 18-year veteran, if you were to put a captain on
that's
either
my
team,
dude.
I would say Triplelicious would be the captain of Team 1 with Chris Cruz and Michael Santana. Davey Cash would be the captain of Team 2.
What I would really like to see is Triplelicious end the career of Amanda Fox. That's what I'd like to see.
And his partner, weighing in at 190 pounds, hailing from Oakland, California, Chris. Woo!
Well, I mean, you and Davey are my 2 favorites, man. You know how I get down. I love the hoods. I know, it's unacceptable. But you're my favorite. You know that you're my dude. You're my dude. See, Triplelicious loves me. He doesn't even pay attention to you.
I noticed that. Chris Cruz is the best technical wrestler the RWA has to date. The man who he overstepped as the best technical wrestler is sitting just 2 men to my right in Jimmy Hansen.
See, I don't like this guy.
180 pounds from the Bronx, New York.
I understand, bro.
Michael Santana.
Mrs. Santana's favorite wrestler, Michael Santana. He and I apparently got into it on Facebook. He's been very upset. I made a comment that I miss Michael Santana as the referee. He was a very good referee in RWA, and he felt that I was saying that he wasn't worth his salt as a wrestler, and
you should be reffing. You should be reffing. You're a much better ref than a wrestler.
All I was saying is that I enjoy Santana as a wrestler. I just missed him as a referee. You're short-handed on referee
side
anyway.
For you. Give those to me. Don't put them over there because Rob Massey will take them. He'll take them.
You look at the determination in the eyes of the rookie, Michael Santana. That's a guy who needs a little bit of guidance, but could make a big push here in this company.
Yeah, that's great, making a good push in the company. Maybe you should get some talent first before he does. Isn't that nice?
Mrs. Santana's favorite wrestler, Michael Santana.
All bias and opinion aside, ladies and gents, one thing we cannot overlook is that the man has climbed up from the very bottom of the barrel, up every rung of this gruesome business, and he is here to make a name for himself, and I think at this point, he's already halfway there.
Well, really, halfway there. I spent years, and I mean years, building myself up from the bottom of the card, and now this guy comes in here with a foundation that I have laid for wrestlers to come into the RWA, and now he doesn't even pay me the damn respect that I deserve? I don't think so. That is unacceptable in my eyes. I am not a fan of Michael Santana. He should be selling popcorn and refereeing matches, not wrestling.
Well, Santana just told Triplelicious that he's gonna start this match, and it's gonna be Triplelicious and Amanda
yes,
Fox.
This is what I paid to see. This is what I come here for. I come here to see this right here. That's it. He does a little squat. He feels a little better.
We're underway here. Remember, winning team goes on to compete in a triple threat match for the RWA Hype Championship later on tonight, and Triplelicious wants nothing to do with Amanda Fox.
Going from friend to foe in a matter of hours. Talk about feeling conflicted.
Well, Santana.
That a boy. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. That a boy, Trips.
Santana looks a little frustrated, and again, his frustrations come out on social media. It's come out in training. He thinks people are overlooking him as a wrestler, I think.
Okay.
Passes Amanda Fox, drop down, and trips up Amanda Fox. Santana.
Smart thinking right there. Wow, that was actually pretty decent of him.
Once again, Amanda passing, and Santana
Hard
a little bit
stop
too
to the
early.
lower back. How's your kidneys feeling?
Amanda Fox is mocking Michael Santana.
Looks as if he's developed a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
And Santana does have that lower back injury. He had an infection earlier in 2014. An arm drag, nice takeover. Nice arm drag.
Holding on to the arm, wow. That's great.
I
great
believe
technical
she's trying
ability.
to keep him off of his feet.
Amanda Fox trying to keep Michael Santana grounded.
That's the problem with Michael Santana. How are you supposed to be taken seriously when a girl is taking you down to the ground and holding you there?
She's a skilled veteran in this
Really?
sport.
She's
been a part of the RWA for over 5 years.
That's great. That's great.
Huge form to Amanda Fox.
It is
and
what it is, kid.
jostled Amanda Fox.
You're going in there against grown men.
Up the DDT.
Oh, well, hey, all right. Hey, Michael Santana, I like it. Hard body slam now. Come on, baby.
And Amanda Fox gets out of the body slam. It was Schoolboy, one, and a kick out just at one. I think Santana's very distracted in his own mind. Tagging to Frank the Crank, and Santana and Frank the Crank now. Crank and Amazing was their tag team name when they teamed together. Frank the Crank very upset, hailing from Vulcan, Michigan here tonight after the loss of Leonard Nimoy yesterday.
You're not going up against him. It's for a shot at a championship.
Dedicated this match to the former Star Trek actor.
Oh, Nimoy, yeah, that's terrible, man.
Tagging to Chris Cruz.
He was 83, though.
He was 83, and there's a pulmonary embolism that was the. Well, look, we have a tag team that has a communication error here. Triplelicious is gonna. Nope. He had nobody to tag to.
They must be looking to conserve themselves in the event that they're in the match later on tonight.
And that's what I thought the strategy would be with these guys. And that could possibly be a team's downfall. Triplelicious, 18-year veteran here, going up against Frank the Crank. Colin elbow tie up center of the ring. Tony P, aside to this match, watching very closely Triplelicious, who is not down. Frank really wrenching in on a side headlock.
Well, I mean, Frank the Crank's kind of doing a smart thing, man, picking a body part and trying to stick to it, you know?
Using the hair again, Frank the Crank in the corner, and Triplelicious is going to bury the shoulder.
What are you talking about? He had him in a nerve hold. He didn't have the hair.
Oh, what a chop to Frank the Crank.
That's going to take the wind out of you.
Irish whip. Frank reverses it into the corner, goes Triplelicious up and almost over. Frank the Crank rolls through.
What?
1, 2. Triplelicious didn't see that coming.
I can't believe an O'Connor roll by Frank the Crank. You're not really seeing that. Right back to the headlock. Very smart idea.
Now, I know you have, at random parts in the last couple of months, have had the ear of once in a while of Frank the Crank. This is a strategy that's right out of your playbook. Pick a body part, stick
Well,
with
you
it.
know, he had asked me for some advice. I tried to give it to him, and he didn't listen to me, so I stopped giving him advice. Bottom line. It's unfortunate that he didn't listen to me because he probably would have won the championship if he did.
There's a cover and a kick out by Triplelicious, who's stuck in that side headlock.
But what did he do? He wasn't able to get the job done.
Now, again, here is another thing that's in a normal tag team match, at least one of the tag team members of your team would come and try to break this up.
Oh, yeah.
Notice that Santana and Chris Cruz are staying on the outside, making Triplelicious fend for himself.
Well, I mean, that's kind of how it needs to go, though. I mean, you're trying to, like, you know, Bobby Rossi said, and you said, you're trying to weaken your opponent a little bit, you know?
Side headlock takeover zone by Triplelicious. Frank the Crank goes to a leg lock.
Trips needs to get out of that. Those legs are like tree trunks.
Trips does break the hold. Frank the Crank back up to his feet. Triplelicious drop toe hold by Frank the Crank. Right back to the side headlock. Really sticking with that side headlock.
Oh, I mean, you know, sun shines on a dog's, you know.
Not one positive thing about anybody today.
What do you mean? I like Triplelicious.
Well, Triplelicious needs to do something to get back to a vertical base. As you've mentioned, Rob, Frank has isolated the head and the neck area, and he's really wearing him down, it looks as if.
Trying to fight off that headlock and did break the hold, a shot to the shoulder. Off the ropes goes Frank the Crank. Triplelicious is going to duck and hit a big shoulder tackle by Frank the Crank. Leapfrog by Triplelicious, and a spinning wheel kick. Nicely done by Triplelicious.
Should have stuck to the ground game, Frank.
See? That's what I'm talking about. I like Davey Cash, too. Why are you saying I don't like anyone?
Well, I mean, I was thinking in the
here.
ring at the time, and a kick out at two by Frank the Crank.
Davey Cash has yet to even get in this match.
I noticed
Read
that.
my mind, Jimmy. I was going to say the very same thing. Unscathed so far.
I'm sorry. That's handsome Jimmy to you, sir. Don't, you know.
Handsome Jimmy.
Handsome Jimmy. It's not that hard. It's just another syllable.
Well, it's just another name in the long list of names over the years.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that may be true.
Big forearm by Frank the Crank with Chris Cruz. Drop kick sends Frank the Crank into the top rope. Tag into Davey Cash. Davey Cash tagged himself in, and now the freshest member of this entire match in the ring. And look at the speed of Davey Cash. Goes for a hip toss. Chris Cruz, a little bit of a lucha move.
Wow.
Chris Cruz is in the best shape of his career. Nice leg lariat. And this is a man you managed for a long time, Bobby Rossi.
And never throughout the entire tenure of Rossi and company was he in this kind of condition.
Davey Cash eats a back elbow by Chris Cruz. And now a boot by Cruz. And Insaguri. That took the bandana right off the head of Davey Cash. Chris Cruz goes second rope. Davey Cash catches him and takes him right down.
Way to improvise as Davey Cash goes for the cover.
1, 2, and a kick out. Triplelicious breaks up the 3 count.
You don't see that very often now, do you?
Well, you would have to because these two are no strangers to one another. They've actually wrestled one another throughout the entire region of Southern New England over the past 7 years, not just here at RWA.
Southern New England, what are you, John Giorsi?
Off the ropes goes Davey Cash. Up and over goes Chris Cruz. And a soup. It was a crescent kick to the midsection. I thought it was going to be a super kick.
Caught him in the chest.
Suicide dive right to the outside. Chris Cruz in the lap of some of our fans. Davey Cash is so fast, something that doesn't really get pointed out a lot in most of his matches. Davey Cash, high rent district. Chris Cruz with a gut buster out of nowhere.
Lung blower out of nowhere. Wow, very nice.
Now Chris Cruz needs to make a tag. You can see Triplelicious and Michael Santana finally feeling the teamwork type of vibe that you would see in a match like this.
This is every man for himself. Every person for himself, I should say.
Chris Cruz inching his way to his corner. Triplelicious pulling Davey Cash back. These are two guys that have teamed together. Davey Cash makes a tag. Chris Cruz tagged into Michael Santana. Triplelicious is not the legal man. Santana's taking a timeout. Bionic elbow to Chris Cruz and Triplelicious. Dusty Rhodes would be proud. 4 charges for the use of his name, one of the 2. Clothesline up and
Jesus Louises!
Almost in our lap. And Santana is the legal man. Tag into Amanda Fox, and Amanda Fox goes out to Santana.
No hesitation on her behalf whatsoever. She's clearly going for the gold.
Irish whip, Santana reverses into the corner, goes Amanda Fox. Santana eats a boot. Amanda Fox was going for that bulldog. Santana catches her. And a body slam to Amanda Fox.
I thought he was going to give her an island driver.
Santana's staggering. It looks like maybe on the body slam, Amanda Fox raked the face of Michael Santana. Accidental, just in the way of defensive. Irish whip into the corner hard goes Amanda Fox. A boot to the midsection. Michael Santana is very upset. Going for DDT. Amanda Fox hits the mark.
Good DDT by Amanda Fox.
She's got to stay on Santana. I think that code red is coming up. Hits the code red. This could be it. 1, 2, and Santana kicks out at 2.
Although he looks clearly disoriented, he is remaining resilient in this matchup, as you would have to be to have any chance of obtaining the Hype Championship.
Tag into Frank the Crank. Santana has been very, very distracted this entire match since he came through the curtain, and you can see he's getting frustrated himself. At one point when he got kicked by Amanda Fox, actually swearing at himself and saying, get back in the game.
Wait a
1, 2, a small package, 3! Michael Santana with a small package wins the match.
That was tremendous.
You never see a match won with a small package anymore.
Wow.
And now these 3 men, Triplelicious, Chris Cruz, and Michael Santana, will compete tonight for the RWA Hype Championship. And just when we were saying Michael Santana was out of this match, very distracted, he comes through with a surprise victory just like that.
Wow. I'm not a fan of this at all, so it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's completely ridiculous. I like Trips to actually win the belt. Just write that down. If there was a betting line, we would be in. What I'm more concerned with right now is what we have coming up next.
It is the San Francisco Minute Match. Used to be named the New York Minute Match.
Yeah. Have you met just Alex?
No, yeah, Alex Corvus is kind of a personality change.
Okay. Yeah, good. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back here at RWA Elite Status.